No, one of the things that I wrote down is, it's the little things. You've heard me say that a lot. But I just felt like in leadership, those are kind of my leadership spots. Write down prescription for every issue that we have. How can we get the most out of this guy? What do we got to do to get? Because leadership is one-on-one, and two-on-one, and three-on-one, and four-on-one, and five-on-one. And we're trying to get more leadership. And, just little bitty things. I mean, just nitpicking. You probably can tell, I mean, just how we're dressed, everything is just really, we've really tightened up all that. And then we're trying to create, adversity for them to see how they respond. And just trying to create accountability with those guys. And so that's kind of what that talk was about.
You got JoJo Wicker finally inside. I know you recruited him to be a three-technique tackle. How do you think about how he's doing and AJ like to it?
Well, I've always felt like that's the best place for him, and we're just in practice trying to put the best guys on the field. And I think personally for him, it's no doubt where he's going to play in the future. And I think right now, I think it makes us a better football team. I think AJ is a guy that is a dependable. We evaluate our guys every day. You're dependable, you're careless. You're not 99.9% dependable. You're 100% dependable. AJ is a dependable. And so he's a guy that we think that makes us better. And then once JoJo, because play in, you got to be so much more disciplined because of all the the nakeds and the perimeter stuff and the pass dropping stuff and all those type of things. So we two gap. We turn those guys loose inside, and once he gets a little, he's that's no doubt. Him and 90 are in there. That's a really good bunch right there.
You thought about the freshman defensive lineman. Slater said that he thinks they have some special talent there.
They do, but I mean, they got a long way to go. They got to get in shape. We've got a 30-day plan from right now to get them in shape, and then we got a 60 to 90. I don't think they'll be in shape for 90 days. It's just that's why it's hard to win. It's hard for linemen. I think it's hard for linemen to come in and play. I'm not saying they can't play. I think we did a great. Shannon and DJ are really good defensive tackles. For freshmen, and I think they can help us. How many plays, I'm not sure. So, I'm just kind of, one of the things I'm doing is I walk around to every group. I'm just really trying to work to get our best personnel on the field and see kind of what that's going to look like from there. So, but I do think that, I think we've done a really good job. Really good job recruiting interior defensive linemen, and a really good job recruiting running backs. I'm so fired up about Benjamin. I thought he was good. He's better than I always like that when someone's better than I think they will. I thought he's pretty good. Traylon Smith is really good. He's really good. So, and obviously we know Nick is. Nick's got a little soft tissue deal, so we want to be cautious with him. And then obviously the other two. So, good things there. And then we worked John today, and then he'll go back to offense, and then we'll get about 3 or 4 periods a day with him. And that kind of hurts us on offense when he's not over there because he's a real dynamic guy. But I do think after evaluating that, I do think he's a guy that can play on third down and help us. So, that's kind of what our plans are there. What else?
What about Alex Perry and Langston Frederick at the 2 safety spots?
They have really done well. I've been really pleased with how they've done, and obviously, we always try to over-recruit corners because you got to be able to cover, especially in this league. And so those guys have looked very promising there. Coach has been very, very pleased, and I think we're further along back there than definitely where we were in the past.
J.J. Wilson? Jeremy Smith back on offense?
Yeah, we moved him back over there by moving Perry in there. We just think that he's probably better fit. He did a good job over there, but we just we thought that was something we're going to look at.
And so J.J. Wilson today?
He had a personal matter. He'll be back tomorrow.
What are your thoughts on Brandon Ruiz so far?
Good, really good. Talented.
Do you think he can fill the void that was left by Zane?
I wouldn't think that I wouldn't have signed him. I think it's really, really challenging out here because we'll never play on a surface like this, there's not much roots in this thing, and the grass is laying on the side and 4 inches tall, but that's good. That's why we come up here. This is the toughest surface you'll have to kick off of, but leg talent-wise, I've never coached anyone that has more leg talent than he does. He's a great kid, and he's scored me a lot of points.
We're at the halfway point about camp to you. Who's made the biggest improvement or adjustment and overall impression?
I don't know. He always ask me that. If I had a camp guy up to this point, it'd be Eno Benjamin. I mean, granted, our veterans are guys I don't really, I'm talking about like, yeah, it's just me, When I come out here, I'm going like, man, I'm excited about that, because he's been pretty special. So, and I think that we've been more. I think we're tougher, and that's kind of our motto coming up here. I think we're more physical right now, and I think we're progressing well.
Doug, Dad's gonna be okay. Is Dad's gonna be okay?
Daz, yes, he's going to be okay. I always tell them if they're not. They don't get to do that unless I tell them.